Hello everyone. In this video, I'm just going to quickly install the Docker for Apple M1 chip and see if that's working. Before we go further, it's March 17th and this feature is still in preview. So if you have a production environment, please do not use this one because there's a big note. This M1 chip development of the Docker version is still under the development. And there are a few known issues, so you must have the install Rosetta available, the Rosetta 2, because some of the binaries they're still using the Darwin AMD 64. So all you need to do is go there and just run these pretty much commands, and you see I have just installed Rosetta 2, and it says the Rosetta is actually installed successfully. And another thing to note, known issue, that this preview does not update automatically. So especially if you have a security update, keep in mind and install it on your own. Okay, the next thing is easy. Just click download, and I have actually just downloaded the Docker DMG. So what I'll do, I'll just click on it, and now it's opening this particular file, and if, we'll see that what happens next. So in standard, what we'll do, typically we'll put it under the application for the most part, and it should work automatically. We'll see if that happens or not. This file is about 500 MB, and it will take maybe a minute or so if you have a good network connection. If not, it may take a little bit longer. So now it's verifying, checking the volume. Now it's finished, and there we go. As I said, for the most part, this is very, so this is, look at the raid preview mark in there. It's good that they're even giving you warning in red that hey, this is in warning, this is a preview stage. So now it's copying my Docker to the application, and the application, when it's in here in the extracted form, it's about 1.51 gigs. It shouldn't take much time at all. So as soon as we have this, we'll start. We'll do some commands and verify that our Docker is actually working. So let's see what else can we do. Windows release notes, networking. So let's just do for basic Docker commands. If you do, then from the Docker, they have a Docker documentation, Docker attach, Docker build, Docker checkpoint, Docker config, Docker copy, Docker create, whole bunch. So Docker info maybe would be one, just to check what kind of information our system knows about this particular Docker. So let's see, where were we? Let's stick to. Okay, so let's just go back over here. Hopefully this is done by now. So what I'll do, I'll come back over here, look for my Docker, and here is my Docker. So let's just click on it and see if it opens up. So let's click on open, and Docker privileged access. Okay, so I'm gonna provide my password. And now it should be opening up. All right, it's still not there. Where is my Docker? It's probably thinking. I have a whole bunch of application running, but I don't see Docker. Safari, no, I don't see it yet. So let's try it one more time. No, Docker is right there. So it was opening up. So now it's here. Okay, so now it's the preview. We just got started. So now it says let's get started with Docker in a few easy steps. And now just spend 2 minutes just to make sure that you know. So the first, you are cloning a repository. So over here, run in the terminal. So I'm just gonna click on it. So now it's gonna run this command. So what it's gonna do, if you look at it, it's gonna pull a particular Git repository, then Docker cp repo. So it's getting started. It's now all done. So go to the next step, and in here what it's going to do is going to cd to the getting started directory, then docker build and docker tutorial. So it's going to build this particular docker tutorial dot, so it's going to create the image. So now, okay, let me go back. I didn't do that, did I? So click on run in terminal. So now it's building this image, and so everything seems to be working just fine. Let me just maximize this. So there we go. So it's going on. So it's just getting everything that it needs, and building this particular docker image. Run. So if you have any experience with the docker files, it just set up commands one after another, so that's how it knows what to build and how to build your image. And docker is the way you containerize most applications, and make sure that your application, doesn't matter where you're deploying, whether it's a Windows or Linux or some other environment, you have the application with all the binaries that you need to run this application. Okay, so let's see if it's done or not. If it's run, so run make build, so still few things are going on. So let's go to the next, and let's wait to start the docker container on the image you built in the previous step. So here we are building the image. Okay, I still don't have the command prompt back, so it's still, the build is going on. Okay, so you see the run mkdocs build is probably right now building. Okay, now it's copying few things and running some tests. So once this is done, so we'll have the image available and built for us. And in some places you will see the stage. So this is stage 5, 3 and 3 done. So right now it's done. So I got my command prompt back. So now what I'm going to do, start the container based on the image you built in the previous step. Running the container launches. So docker run, it should be pretty familiar. So 8080, so we'll be running then application, there must be there, so the application will be running at a port 80. Okay, so in a detached state is the d dash p is for the port. Okay, so let's just run that in my terminal, and there we go. So it's all ran properly and didn't give me any error message, so that's good. Click next, and in here what we want to do now, save and share your image. You must be signed to Docker Hub and share your image, so you can save and share the image to the Docker Hub to enable other users to easily download and run the image on any destination machine. So I don't remember if I even have uh, any Docker ID at the moment, so I'm not just gonna skip this phase. And what I'll do, and just say done. So everything looked just fine. So here, now get an app up and running. Click on the view in browser button for a hands-on tutorial. So you can click, and this is my local host. So you see that in the local host we have this application and it's up and running. So you can do more things at this time if you like, but that's all I wanted to share and tell you that everything's working properly. Thanks for watching.